There is a popular saying in leadership that if you think you're leading and there's nobody following you, you are only going on a walk. On this platform, you are going to learn principles of leadership. You are going to encounter different leaders. You are going to learn about how you can grow as a leader, how you can make an impact. My name is Samuel Eyim, and I'm the host for the leadership platform. I am a leadership coach, a lawyer by profession, a John C. Maxwell certified coach. I have been in corporate life in senior positions for several years, and now I run the Center for Transformational Leadership, where we train and coach leaders to become better leaders. And I invite you to go on a journey with us as we discuss the subject of leadership in the coming weeks.
This and every Saturday, you have opportunity to ask questions, share your views on important leadership matters.
Do you have a dream? Do you have a dream? Do you have a vision? Do you have a goal for your life? And will your goal be realized? What do you need to realize it? Is the goal your own? Have you counted the costs of that goal? Do you know what you need to be able to achieve that goal? Do you really want to be successful at achieving that goal? My name is Samuel Eyim, CEO of the Center for Transformational Leadership in Africa, and I personally want to invite you to our upcoming masterclass, Put Your Dream to the Test. It's a set of questions that we're going to give you answers to ahead concerning your vision, your dream, so that you are sure that your vision and your dream will be achieved. Join our one-day masterclass on the 19th, 20th, 26th, or 27th of January 2023. Or you can join our weekend class on the 21st and 22nd, or the 28th and 29th January from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and register, because it's going to give you the resources, the ideas, the tools that will ensure that your dreams don't remain as dreams, your goals don't remain as goals, but that they are achievable. We're going to equip you to be successful. Make a date with us. Register now for our masterclass, and you will not regret it. Hi, dear friend. Hi, dear friend. My name is Samuel Eyim, and I'm the CEO for the Center for Transformational Leadership. And I'm bringing to you the growth journey. We've set aside 15 weeks of growth to help you to be intentional about your growth. Where do you want to reach in your leadership? Which area of your life do you want to grow in? Growth doesn't just happen. It has to be intentional. So in these 15 weeks, we're going to have a special coaching sessions with you to be able to grow to where you want to grow. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. We're going to help you in all and more within these 15 weeks. Every week we'll have a session with you. This program is limited to only 15 people. We're going to have 15 people for 15 weeks, and we're going to learn 15 great growth lessons on this journey. So make a date with us and see you on the growth journey.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Platform. My name is Samuel Ayim, and I'm excited to be your host this evening on this platform as we learn about leadership and as we share knowledge and as we empower people to grow themselves and grow their leadership. We want to welcome you sincerely because we know you have so many things you could have done on your Saturday night, but you chose to be on this platform because you believe in your growth. And that is why we are here. We want to encourage people to be intentional about their growth. So every Saturday, we come your way and we share with you some ideas. At the beginning of the year, we've shared with you some ideas, and we're going to continue throughout the year to bring you amazing teachers, achievers, leaders in their own right who will come every Saturday to share with you. We are privileged to have one of such people this evening. And the subject we're going to talk about this evening is so important. Somebody has said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You cannot be successful without planning. You get somewhere without planning, but you may not get to where you want to be. If you really want to know where you want to be, then you have to plan intentionally. Because if you don't know where you are going, then like Alice in the Wonderland met the cat and asked the cat, my friend, where does this road lead to? Where does that road lead to? Where does this road lead to? The cat asked Alice, please, where are you going? He says, well, I don't know where I'm going. I mean, it doesn't matter which road, I'm just trying to get to somewhere. Cat says, well, if you don't know where you are going, then any of the roads can take you there. It doesn't matter. You can take any of the roads. And that's what lack of planning is. If you don't know where you are going, then your life goes on and nothing is achieved. You will get somewhere, but is it where you want to get to? So we want to encourage you to think about planning, and we're going to share with you how successful leaders do plan purposely, intentionally. We're going to share tools with you so that when you go out of here, you will get principles and practical ways in which you can plan. So we brought to you one of my good friends, an amazing lady. And when I ask her for her bio, she simply says, Mami Ekuagezi is a people enabler, growth partner, ideas specialist. So I said, Mami, but that's not enough. He says, Sam, that's it. Okay. So I had to find my own way to find a few more things to add. But Mami has been on this platform. Amazing. He's talked to us about values and other things. And so we know her. She can deliver good stuff for us. But Mami is a leading culture transformation consultant and an HR executive. She's the managing partner of 565 Limited, and she loves to work with people as her passion stems from the belief that enabling people to be the best version of themselves is a priceless gift to the individual, their families, and organizations and societies. And she's been supporting organizations over the past 16 years to successfully grow their human capital, set up businesses, develop thriving and profitable business cultures. So Mami is very well suited to share with us how successful leaders plan purposefully. And so on that note, it is my pleasure to invite onto the stage Mami Ekuya Gezi, my good friend, to speak to us. Mami, you are welcome.
Hello, Sam. Good
Hello,
evening.
Mami.
Good
Good
afternoon
evening,
for
Mami.
those listening to us and watching us from elsewhere. You're also welcome to the amazing leadership platform. CTL knows how to do this. I mean, week after week, Sam, you and the team are dope. You do too well. I'm super excited to be here again. Thank
You
you.
are very, very welcome, Mami. And this evening, you and I were talking, and we're talking about, how people start the year, and people are saying, well, I don't even have to plan again because New Year resolutions don't work. Planning actually doesn't work. So, how do we, you know, encourage people to understand that planning actually works, and that we know you are the best to talk to us. So you are very welcome, and I leave the stage for you. Thank you so much, Mami, for doing this for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Kofi?
Where is okay, Kofi? We need the slides to be shared. All right. Okay. All right. Let me. I think Kofi probably is having some issues sharing the slides, so let me just reach out to him quickly. Mami, you can start whilst we get Kofi to bring up the slides. Yeah.
Okay, if Sam doesn't mind, as we wait for Kofi to bring up our deck for our viewers, we really want our viewers to be on the same page with us. But we also don't want to keep you waiting, and we don't want to lose out on time. So I'm gonna just try to fill in until Kofi is up with the slide. So, as Sam introduced me, my name is Domami Gazy. I love to enable people. I call myself your growth partner. I love thinking with you. You know, I love to think. I love talking about thinking, and ideas is my area. Creativity, how to create excellence, how to live the best version of yourself. So that's me. When it comes to me, you wonder where can I see mommy? You are very likely to catch me if it is in the corporate space, especially for enterprises, be it local, multinationals, talking to them about values based culture. I love the conversation about values based culture. I recently added to my certification what we call the organizational well being, where we are getting down to the reasons why employees are not fully engaged and what employers can both journey with the employees to achieve the highest and the deepest version of well being. I also support organizations with business strategy and human capital stuff. Now, if I'm talking to individuals, you're very likely to hear me talk about your personal growth. And I like the adverts that Sam had before, where we're talking about investing your time and resources in knowing yourself and growing your person. I love the conversation about leadership, careers, and again, thinking. So that's basically me. Now, when I'm working with organizations, the end game is really for them to be profitable sustainably. And for you as an individual watching us, when I'm working with you, I'm looking at you living a full, purposeful life, living purposefully. I want to start off with a quote, okay? I say that when you invest time and energy to plan a life that properly aligns with your purpose, you actually do invite the required energy to execute that plan. When you make time to invest your time and energy and plan a life, not just planning for its sake, but the life that aligns with your purpose, you are very likely to attract the level and the kind of energy that is required to execute it. So, what are we going to cover this evening? For our time together, we are going to talk about purpose. Sam is asking us to talk about planning and doing so purposefully. So, what is the context of purpose? Again, a lot of people are giving up on certain goals because of what they've been through and because of a lot of the things that they're hearing and being told. So, we're going to talk about why we have to set goals. Why do leaders actually plan? If you look at enterprises, corporate bodies, organizations, for profit and not for profit, you see them going on strategy sessions, planning their year, doing every calendar of all sorts, and you're wondering, why do they do that? What is the place of purpose in planning? Why can't I just plan? And now I'm going to take you through practical how-tos of planning with a purpose. And if you're ready, as I am, let us begin. You see, when you figure out exactly what your life purpose is and how you were actually meant to express it in life, it is one of the best actions that you would take to be successful. When you figure out exactly what your life purpose is and how, not just what it is, but how you're supposed to express it in this life, it becomes one of the best and most important actions you would take as an individual to create the life that you actually want. So now let's get some context underway. When you go into an organization now, especially at this point in the year, January, February, what are you likely to hear around the table, in meetings, in the boardroom? Everybody is reminding themselves about three key things. I call them the VMV. You are likely to hear them talk about their vision. And I know that most leaders and presenters here have taken you through what vision, values, and missions are. For the purposes of this evening, I am going to define these three key pointers as the following. When you have a mission around the table as an organization, what the leader is looking to espouse is that image of what the organization seeks to achieve, what they seek to be, where they seek to be in the long term. The mission is an expression of why they're here. Why do they exist? Why are we doing this? Now they will add on top of that values. And now for a lot of modern day organizations, you might not find values, you might find what they call their purpose line or what they live for. And those values or the set of values, it varies from anything from 3 to 6. You would hear them talk about values, and all they are saying is that as an organization, These are our guiding principles. These are the things that are important to us, and these are what we stand for. So, you're very likely at this time in the year to hear organizations talk about their vision, their mission, and their values. They don't end there. They go on to talk about purpose. Purpose. And why do they talk about purpose? Organizations define, refine, and constantly talk about their purpose because they want to let you know, either you're a stakeholder, a shareholder, or a client or a customer, what gives them meaning. What gives that organization's existence meaning is what they call their purpose. You're also very likely to find that. Then they move on to what a lot of us deal with on a daily basis: strategy. You are very likely around this time to hear organizations talk about strategy. The strategy is simply, what is our game plan as we are going into the year, as we are going into the quarter, as we are looking to deliver a particular result or outcome for our business. Our strategy is A, B, C, or D, and it is simply defining their game plan. So you are also very likely to hear about strategy, and that is their game plan. Then they go on to talk about goals. And these goals go from anywhere from the organizational level to the various functional levels. So you have the finance department have their goals, the human resource or human capital or people and culture department have their goals. You would have the marketing people have their goals, technical will have their goals, we'll have the business development team have their goals. Everybody will have the goals at the at the departmental level. Then you come to individuals. Now we set goals for individuals, so we let individual team members set their goals to determine how we are going to measure their performance at the end of the year, or at the end of the quarter, or at the middle of the year. Now, why do you think that level of planning is required? It is required because it creates accountability lines. We can't all just come to work, everybody does anything, everything, and nothing, go back home and expect to have profitability at the end of the year. It doesn't work. We need to lay down accountability lines as to who does what, who's answering for what, and when do we require that person to create that result. It also clearly defines what success means to us. So, as an organization or as organizations, leaders are particular about planning and setting goals because they need to define what success is. Everything and nothing is nothing. So when we define and lay out our goals, we are talking about success definition. When we set our goals and plan properly, we are able to use those as our measuring gauge. So at what, and if you've had some conversations about performance before, you would hear people ask questions, on what basis are you saying I didn't perform? If you have set clear goals and if they are smart enough, you sit down, you know before you go to the table exactly what you're going to measure. So our goals help us to measure. It also informs the kind of actions that we take. As a business, you don't just go in to do anything anyhow with anybody. You do take action strategically with the resources that you have. So our goals and our planning inform the level of actions and the kind of actions that we take in the year. It helps us prioritize people. Everybody everywhere is going through a very tough time. Okay, times are not the easiest. So when you have resources, say you have a bucket of money or you have a number of employees that you're working with, you want to be able as early as possible in the year to prioritize. And you're only able to prioritize when you have clearly set out goals. And these set out goals are now going to help you determine, we do level 1 before we go to level 2. Or, oh, for this quarter, even though we said we're going to do deepening of our market penetration, we think that we need to go back to developing products. So it helps you put your monies where your mouth is supposed to be. So setting goals and planning ahead of the year helps you to prioritize. It also helps you to communicate your purpose, your why you are here on a daily basis. You're looking at your goals, you're determining how they sit in your purpose, how they define you vis-a-vis your vision, mission, and your values on a daily basis. So you're not caught running around in circle. So if organizations at their level are taking time, going through the pains to define their mission, their vision, their values, their purpose, going through the process of investing time and money and energy to define their strategies, which is their game plan, and set out specific goals, then what do we do in our personal lives? Why do we think that we can go on with our lives, expect to be successful, expect to achieve a lot at the end of the year without going through that? Let's look at what's happening in our personal lives. We get onto social media and there's quite a lot of buzz. And the buzz going around nowadays about setting goals is, oh, there's too much stress already in the system. Why do you want to add on to that existing stress by, setting out rules and regulations? Oh, mommy, this is too difficult. It is too much work. You need to live. And there's no point in setting goals you will not achieve anyways. Last year, what did you say you're going to do? How much of that did you do? You didn't do anything. Why bother again to go through that? For some people, when they don't achieve their goals, it adds to their stress. And so some people even feel that their self-worth has reduced. They have a lower view and version of themselves. And so there's no point setting any goals. There's no point planning out your year. Some people are going around talking about, you cannot control life. Life just happens. And as it happens, then we live it. We go with the flow, move with the flow. Some people also think that setting goals is actually equal to playing God. Do you know what happened to your life tomorrow? Why are you setting goals? Why are you determining that this and that is what you're going to do by which time? And for some, we even take it a notch higher. That's my favorite. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Hakuna Matata. Don't worry. We have all sorts of things going on social media and on air about why you should not set goals. And for you, you probably are not going with this flow, but you yourself, due to some things that you have been through in the past, have decided that you're not going to set goals. So, what are some of the reasons that when I talk to people, when I talk to individuals who are looking to live successful lives, when I talk to people that are looking to live the best versions of themselves, they say are the reasons they are not setting goals? Sometimes some people just don't know how to set goals. So you might be on this call, you might be watching us, and you're actually thinking, what are they talking about? Yeah, I know something they call goals, but how do I even set goals? For some of you, you have not had a good guidance on how to set proper, wholesome, and purpose-driven goals. And for some people, I've spoken about people who are just so afraid. Mommy, what if I don't achieve them? It's going to be very difficult for me. I'll be demoralized. I don't want to go through the year with all the fun I would have had. And at the end of the year, left my sheets and see that, I said I was going to do this by March. I was going to do so and so by April. And I wasn't able to do it. I'm so afraid. No, I might fail. So I'd rather not set any goals. And for some of you, you think that goals are actually not that important. It's overrated. And for some people, because they keep procrastinating the goals that they have set for themselves, they actually stay away. They would rather not set goals and procrastinate. What's the point if I say I'm going to do so and so and I don't do it? I keep saying I'm going to do it next week. Oh, I'll do it next 2 weeks. Or next month. Or next quarter. So they would rather not set any goals. For some of you, for whatever it is that you've been through, you have actually lost the passion and the zeal for life itself. You actually don't really care. you really don't care about how this goes. You're just going to be. And some of you have been disappointed in the fact that you didn't achieve your goals, or some people that were supposed to support you. It could be a coach like myself, it could be a mentor like myself, it could be your boss, it could be your employer, it could be your family, your spouse. You are just disappointed. In the past, you did it, it didn't work, you're not going to do anything about it. So now that I'm talking to you about how relevant and important it is for you to set goals, your question to me now is, Mommy, what do I do? Okay, I want to set goals, but what do I do? Right. I want to encourage you. If you work or you are part of an organization, you are part of an educational institution, or you're even part of a church, you're part of anything, I'm sure that you have come close to what we call the vision, mission, values. And that's what I defined at the beginning. This is going to help you define what you see of yourself in the long term. What does Mommy Gazy see of herself 10 years from now? What is the vision I have of me? The same way I have a vision for our business, I want you to define the vision you have of yourself. Define why you are here. Why are you here? Why do you think God brought you here? Why do you think you exist? What is it that you've been brought in life to do? And define your values. If you have well set out values, what is important to you, it will define the kinds of things that you do, the kinds of relationships that you court, the kinds of energies that you accept in your space, the kind of conversations you indulge in. Look, it impacts your communication with God. You don't just go to God talking about just anything. God, thank you. Yeah, that pair of shoes. Okay, that car you promised me, thank you. Your vision, your mission, and your values set your perimeter of engagement for your life. I will also encourage you to find your life purpose. And we have a whole process that we support people with to find their life purpose. I heard some at the beginning of our session talk about helping individuals go through life with well-defined purpose for their lives. You can join him. You can have a properly set out purpose. Some of the things that we help you to go through, or the questions that we take you through to define your purpose, are: when you feel the most alive and joyful, what would you be doing? Another question we could be asking you is, what do you find are your natural giftings? What do you do very easily? What has God given to you as your talent? You can close your eyes without thought and just do them. What do you really enjoy doing? What do you love to do? When you are interacting with others, how do you do it? Do you keep quiet and listen to them and smile your way through? Do you chat with a lot of animations? Do you just go gloomy? We need to understand all of these. What would you change in this world if you could? If we gave you all the powers there could be to change something in this world, what would that be? So these are some of the questions that we ask you, and you should be asking yourself now, personally. Write them down and answer them. There are more of these questions we ask in sessions for you to be able to define your life purpose. Now, once you're done defining your life purpose, we want you to do what you've been postponing, what you've convinced yourself is not important, what you've found to be a lot of time wasting because you do it all the time and you never go through it. Set goals. Yes, you heard me. Set your goals. Now, Mommy, you're not asking me to set goals. I don't even know where to start from. Okay, let's start from here. Divide your life into various chapters, like a book. Divide your life. I want you to set out maybe various sections of your life into some areas. You can do it however you want it, but my guide for you this evening is to use these. Set out your life for career, your business, or your education. Have a chapter for finances. Have one for recreation and fun. Oh, yes. You must plan deliberately on how you knock off, how you relax, and how you chill. Recreation and fun must be properly planned, and you must set goals for it. Your health and well-being. I'm sure that over the past 2 or 3 days, a lot of you have come across the video that is making the rounds on LinkedIn, WhatsApp pages, Facebook, on YouTube, about people who had worked so hard, haven't taken time to rest. And a lot of us are guilty of that. I am a number one culprit. We never stop. We just go, 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 and go. How people have fallen off when they are delivering the most important part of, or having engagements with senior people. They just fell off because our bodies need to rest. We need to take care of our bodies and our health. So health and well-being, you need to set goals for your health and well-being. Your relationships. When I talk about relationships, I'm not only talking about the amorous one, not just the one with your spouse. Your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your schoolmates, your relationship with God, your relationship with family, extended family, your in-laws, your relationship with your mentors, your coaches, your relationship with your employer, your business partners, your clients, your customers. You need to set proper goals for the kinds of relationships you want for this year and what you would like to see happen in those relationships. You need to set proper goals for your personal growth. What do you intend to invest in? How many leadership platform sessions do you promise yourself you're going to be part of? How many books are you going to read this year? How many articles are you going to write? How much of work are you going to put into your application for that job, for that new course you want to do, for that program you want to do, for another degree? What are you doing for your personal growth? What online programs are you going to be associated with? What are you going to do for yourself as you set out the year? It's still quite early. We are still in early February. It is not too late. You could have done this last year towards the end, but I want to encourage you, it is not late to do that. Set out goals for your personal growth. Now, I want to ask you, how much are you giving back? You exist not as an island, but as part of a community. You may be in school, you are in your class. What do you do for your classmates? You are in the office. What do you do for your colleagues? What contribution are you giving to your employer apart from the work that you do for the pay that you receive? You're part of a platform, a social group, you're old school. What are you giving back to your community? What are you contributing to your family? What are you contributing to the growth of your friends? Now, one very important part that I want you to focus on, and it doesn't matter what faith you belong to, it doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, a pagan, even if you don't believe there's any God, your spirituality, because as human beings, we are not just made up of our flesh. You need to feed the spirit that makes us. So, what do you intend to do? And if you belong to the faith that I do, I am a Christian and I believe in the baptism of the Holy Ghost. You want to ask yourself, what are you going to do for your prayer life? The studying of the Word of God. What are you going to do for church? What missions are you going to be part of? Which ministries are you going to serve in? You need to define these things. They don't just happen. You need to be intentional about it. You need to set goals for these areas of your life. Now, once you have defined these areas and have committed exactly what you want to do for these areas of your life, I want you to go to the next stage. And that's what I want you to spend a lot of time paying attention to this session on. How do you do this? A lot of you might be asking, okay, Mommy, you've convinced me. Goal setting is great. I'm going to go through that for this year. I'm going to start it. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. But how can I do this? I want you to start from your place of why. I will say this over and over again. I've said it in When You're Finding Your Purpose, and I've brought it back here again because it is important. Your why. Why you are here will define a lot of things. People, I can't even overemphasize it. So start from your why. Why are you here? Make time, spend weeks, spend months, even if it means spending half of this year finding your why. I'd prefer that you did that to rushing into your goals. Find your why. I've had interactions with people, and people are like, Mommy, I don't know, but it's like I don't even know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm just going to work. I'm doing things just because I have to do them. I don't know. I don't know. It's like something is missing. That something is missing. That part of that puzzle is your why. If you found it, it will be so easy for you to connect a lot of your dots and will make you grow within and you'll flourish on the outside. So define your why. Sorry. Now, as you defined your why, one of the things that I've done that has worked for me, and I know a lot of other people who have practicing it and it's working for them, is to define a theme for the year. For instance, I have a general theme for my life that talks about growth. I am so fascinated about growth. I learn growth. I teach growth. I partner growth. I just make money out of growth. I have fun out of growth. Like growth is my buzz. Okay. But last year, I decided to focus on growth specifically for specific reasons. And this year, my theme for the year is connect. I want you to connect with various parts of your life. So why am I talking about connection? Connection because if you remember what has happened over the past 3 years, in 2022, when we went into lockdown, lives changed, the way we work, the way we live, the way we think, a lot of things have changed. We've so digitized over a short period of time. We have learned so much. We have become so much. We have grown so much. We have heard so much. We've seen so much. How do you connect these dots to make your life and your year purposeful? So define a theme for your year. Now, some people come into the year with some guiding words, and these guiding words actually determine how you do life. You're talking to somebody who is talking about profitability. And you know that for this year, you're talking about stability, just maintaining. So you don't want to do anything that is overly, investment. You are looking to deepen your integrity. That is your word, your guiding word for the year. Every time somebody calls you and is talking about cutting corners and, mommy, Charlie, some business beats quick money, you think about your integrity and you say, I'd rather not. So guiding words for the year. You could go into the year with some guiding words. I'll encourage you, don't exceed 3. Okay. Now, you must then go into your goal setting. If you take the areas that we've defined already, so that we are realistically working towards achieving our goals, I would want to encourage you, don't have more than 2 goals per life area. I mean, having 1 is good enough to work towards. 2 is like the maximum I would recommend. Don't do more than 2, because the truth is you could be overzealous in doing this, and in the end, you could crush your anticipation. Okay. So, one of the things that I say and encourage people to do all the time when they are setting their goals is define what you want. So, you can have a table that talks about, what do I want? What do I want? What don't I want? A lot of the times we talk about, God, I want this, I want that, I want a new car, I want a new job, I want a spouse, I want a partner, I want my life to be more beautiful, I want to travel. But we don't say and clearly define what we don't want. I don't want to be associated with negative people. I don't want to be murmuring. I don't want to complain. I want to be a solution-oriented individual. Once you've defined your goals, once you've determined what you want and what you do not want, I need you, for accountability's sake, to determine by when. Because if you have goals that do not have timelines, my dear, we are going to go into 31st night not having done anything or haven't done things in December that should have happened in March. So define by when. When you are defining by when, I want you to even go a step further to determine, who would I want to do this with? Do I want an accountability partner? Do I want to subject myself to coaching? Do I want to invest in mentorship? Do I want to go into learning? Who will I do that with? Now, once you've defined by when and with who, I want you to also talk about what success will feel like. You know, when you do this over time and you're defining your goals, you can actually sit and feel when you receive that defined goal, when you have achieved it, you can almost define how you're feeling with who you will be with when you're talking about that success story. Where would you be? When will that be? So, say you have defined that you want to graduate from a program that you have been doing for the past 3 years and you've never found the time to invest in just completing. How will that make you feel? You know, if you achieved it, if you finally graduated from that program or you completed that online course, how would that make you feel? And who would you want to be with when you're talking about that? Where would you be? I mean, you could go into that detail when you're talking about your goal setting, and it helps you. It helps you not be compromising of the quality of your goals, because then you can't be just anything goes kind of person, right? Now, there's something else that I want you to do that purposeful people and leaders do that is almost always forgotten when we are doing this goal setting thing. When you're planning your life, remember to be grateful. I want you to be grateful for that which you have, because it's the biggest bonus you can have. Look, when you are grateful, I tell you what, God loves you even more. Remember the story about the lepers that Jesus healed? The one that turned back and went to say thank you was healed completely. So when you have achieved your goal and you're grateful, or you have part of your goal, you have something, you have 10%, you're grateful for that. You're grateful that you've been able to do one coaching session. You're grateful that you've been able to apply for the course. You must be grateful and celebrate those small wins. That is how you gain more. You know, I have learned that gratitude actually begets overflow. When you are grateful for the little that you have, you actually attract more. And it is simply a principle of life. It is biblical, but it is also generally a principle of life. Tell me, how many times haven't you thought of giving that young person more of your time, more of something that you gave, just because they came back to say thank you? And they said it more sincerely. They really expressed thanks. I mean, sometimes I've had people say so much things that I'm like, oh, now you're getting me to have to commit to you more. When you are grateful, you attract more overflow. Gratitude actually pumps you up. You know, when you're grateful, you walk about on these stills like, I'm feeling good. You are walking as though you've achieved the world. Gratitude pumps you the zeal, it pumps you up, it gives you the wanting to do more. And look, gratitude generally is the balm for your soul. Have you met an ingrate? Like somebody who is never grateful for anything. You give the person this, you do this for the person, somebody is saying this person talks too much. They talk too much. They don't talk enough. They are standing. Oh, this is too high. Oh, I mean, you get so tired. You don't want to be in the company of an ingrate and a complainant, like the person just talks about. You just have to shift, and the person says, oh, you shifted too wide. If you don't shift, oh, why are you not shifting? You're suffocating me. You know, so gratitude is the biggest bonus I want to encourage you to live and go into life. And purposeful leaders do that. They are grateful to their teams. They are grateful for the job they have today, praying and hoping and working towards the next one. They are grateful for the life they have. They are grateful for the things they don't have. They are grateful for the things that they asked for and they didn't get. They are grateful for that application that they didn't go through because it taught them something and they go through that. They are grateful for the customer they wanted so badly, but they didn't get because they have taught them to work harder and stay the course. It teaches them tenacity. Gratitude makes you more attractive generally as a person. I want you to just look through your friends. Who are the ones that you'd like to, bond with and spend time with? Even your children. When a child keeps coming back and says, "Oh, thank you so much, mommy. Thank you, daddy. Oh, thank you, big brother," you feel like doing more. Yeah. So gratitude makes you an attractive person generally. So I want you to go through the life that you have after you set yourself, your vision, your mission, and your values. After you have defined your purpose and set in some strategies, after you've defined your goals per area of your life, I want you to say that I am going to be intentionally grateful. I need you to know that gratitude is the biggest thing you can do to attract the kind of life that you are looking for. So on the back of that, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for making time to be on this leadership platform this evening because you could have been anywhere. I'm sure you have so many demands for your life and your Saturday evening, but you've decided to be here. And before Sam comes on, I want to share with you something. We have a circle that we call the growth journal. So Sam has the growth journey for CTL, and at the Mommy Gazy, we have what we call the growth journal. So this book, and because we know that you're so busy, we have set aside some time and resources for you to help you go through the process that I've just taken you through more easily. So this book actually takes you through defining your purpose. So everything I spoke about here is right here. We help you find your purpose by asking you so many questions and letting you know that you can live a more purposeful life. Then we take you through the goal setting. So the goal setting book allows you to define the various areas and chapters of your life, like I spoke about. You're going to go through life talking about the goal that you want for a particular area of your life, and you are defining exactly what it means for you, what you want and what you don't want. This book does that at the growth journal for you. Then, like I landed by saying, my gratitude journal. I love this book because you can go to bed every day just writing, oh, what are the things I'm grateful for? I'm grateful that I was able to learn something on the leadership platform. I'm grateful for the things that I've been able to do today. I'm grateful for the fact that I've been able to drive. I'm grateful. You define your gratitude, and also allows you every day to say 5 things that you're going to commit yourself to do on a daily basis to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. So that's what we do at the Growth Lounge. And I want to invite you, if you would like to connect with us as we do this more purposefully. Thank you so much. Sam, over to you.
Wow. Wow, mommy. I'm just fixated. Oh, the time is running because I just feel like I want more, you see? And thank you for those, for the program that you've shared. And I want to encourage people on this platform to connect with us, and we'll connect with Mami to give you more details on how you can be part of those programs, the growth journal, and the 5 things a day that you have to do so that you can purposefully plan your life. And we are here to help you guys. We are here to hold your hand. We don't want you to just come onto the leadership platform and just have a good feel motivated, and you go back and you go and sleep. You see, your mind, has two portions. The creative mind, which is your conscious mind. As we speak now, your conscious mind is saying, oh, that's good, that's great, that's wonderful. But after we are done, your subconscious mind, which is your internal programming, is going to take over.
Yes.
And that is going to now go back and say, like the things Mami said, if your programming is, Sera, what will happen will happen. I remember when we insist form this, that's one of the questions, logic questions we have, that whatever will happen anyway. So there is no need to plan anything. And then you were asked to discuss, as a question in assist from exams. Your subconscious programming, you need to change. And some of these programs, Mami is offering us, and the growth journey and all this, take you away from the event field where you are feeling motivated now to a process. So we help you through that process. So connect with Mami, connect with us. We would help you to connect with Mami to go through some of those programs. We have the 15-week growth journey where every week we are helping you, holding your hand so that your growth is intentional and purposeful. Mami, I just can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. God bless you. Mami will take some water. She's going to come back for your questions and your comments. And so we want to encourage you. Please go ahead, share what you're learning. When you write what you are learning, they stick in your mind. Okay? So share what you are learning, and we will help you to be purposeful. If you want us to reach, please put your number there. We'll call you and we will reach out to you. Thank you so much. And let's see who is on the call now. So many people are here. Please, if you are here, share the link to your people. This is recorded. It's live on Facebook. It's live on YouTube. It's live on LinkedIn. So share the link with your people. They can go back and listen to it, and put up your questions, share your comments, share your experiences. We want to discuss. So before we go, if Kofi is available, please go ahead and share a few of your growth journey and put your dream to the test, and then we'll come back and see what people are saying. Thank you, Kofi, if you're there.
Through life without a coach or a guide can be very deceiving, making you come to think that you have achieved the highest or the best you can ever, or you have made the best of decisions. But until you become very intentional and take a good stock of your life, you would not realize that it's a mistake.
Pain helps you to come out of your comfort zone.
The law of intentionality and the fact that learning is a lifelong journey if you want to be significant. Emphasis on significance.
Previously, I used to be very unintentional about the things I do when it comes to my family, my work, my Christian life, and basically everything that I do.
In the pursuit of that growth, there are gaps. There are gaps that we need to conquer. These gaps include the knowledge, perfection, mistake, inspirational, timing, and assumption gap.
And I will encourage you to be part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey.
I encourage you all out there who need to live their life to be part of CTL Africa's growth journey.
Please take advantage of this program, and your life will never be the same.
Thank you very much, CTL Africa, and continue to impact the world. God bless.
My name is Eliza.
My name is Elsie.
My name is Ebenezer Tufo.
This is Rosemary Robert Gacy.
Over the past 14 weeks, I have been part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey, and it has been a blessing for me. I want to share my lessons with you.
Indeed, my attitude to life has never been the same. From the very first day I joined the virtual Personal Growth and Leadership Masterclass organized by Center for Transformational Leadership CTL Africa under the tutelage of Mr. Samuel Yim.
First, the law of intentionality. Second, the law of design. And third, the law of the rubber band, the law of expansion.
The law of intentionality, the law of awareness, then we have the law of the mirror.
Looking at how intense these laws are and how much impact they're supposed to make to our life.
My value obviously is not the same. The program indeed satisfies my quest for knowledge. So I encourage you to be part of this journey and also become an encouragement to others.
I will recommend CTL Africa to everyone who hears about us.
It has been a blessing to me, and I will encourage you to be part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey.
So we thank Mr. Yim, we thank CTL, and thank you for listening to us.
God bless you as you make a move today.
I've been blessed, and so you'll be blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kofi. And those are real people. This is not a created advert. These are people of high level corporate executives, entrepreneurs, professionals who have gone through the growth journey. And we've just cut pieces of what they've said, and they give you a view of how people are learning and people are growing. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, you can still grow. So growth is a journey. Growth is not an event. So we encourage you, please take advantage, join the growth journey. A lot of these people, when they finish, they asked me, Sam, we get all these 15 weeks of all this just for 1,800 Ghana cedis. I think the value you are getting is much more than what you are paying for this. So we encourage you, please sign up. We are starting the next cohort next week. So please be a part of it, and your life will not be the same. So who is here? I see so many people here. Abdurrahman is here. Fayatu Abdul Mumin is also here. I see Hajia Ali Masagito is here. Nakun Obuni is here. And I see Emmanuel Atichobi is here from Oti region. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for coming all the way. Philip Osei Asumin is here. He says he's from the Ashanti region. Philip, thank you so much for being here. I see Obu Richie is here. He says learning a lot already. Who else is here? I see Faustina Atapites is here. Also, who else? I see Mercy Seram is here. I see Lakwe. He says, my big takeaway, defining my why. Thank you, Mami and CTL. Lakwe, thank you so much. And by the way, Lakwe has gone through, he's an architect of high standing. She's gone through the growth journey, and she will tell you what she's learned a lot. Philip says, thank you and God bless you. Solomon Latte is saying it's nice. Fosti says, Almighty God bless you. Richard said, yes, Mr. Sam, we want more. Philip says, please, the cost of the books. Okay, Mami, when you come back, you would share the cost. Willie says, blessed be the part of tonight's presentation. I have taken a lot within this short period. Thank you so much. Akwasi Kankam says, thank you so much. My favorite part was the gratitude. Indeed, gratitude. Aram says, many thanks for the detailed presentation, Mami. Focusing on what I want to do is easier to grasp. How does taking time to define what I don't want move me towards my goal? So that's the first question, Mami. You want to take note of that. Aram is asking, he says it's easy to say what he wants to do, but how does taking time to define what I don't want to do move me towards my goal? So that's one question there. Livingston Zeto says, thank you, Mami, for your presentation. A lot of people are appreciating you, Mami. Thanks so much, Mami. Carissa Cynthia Foriata says, Thank you so much. We need to plan to have fun. Plan your everything and have a theme. Good. So that's great there. All right. So wonderful, 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 Mami. There's only one question I've seen. Let me see if there is any other question for you. Loretta Tando says, great meeting. Well done. Great. Kevin Bless Konuche says is from Accra. Thank you. Gerard Kweku has been insightful. God bless you, Mami. Nana Kote, great presentation, Mami. All right. Awumbi says great and insightful. Gertrude Akofa, well done, ma'am. All right. So those are comments appreciating what Mami has presented and hope that people have learned. Please go ahead, share your comments if you have any experience or even an idea on how you plan your own life. It would be great to share them. People are learning not only from me, from Mami, but from all of you, your ideas. All right, so I'll bring Mami back to comment on some of the comments and particularly some of the others. Jennifer Asiedu says, God bless you for sharing this. I will go on to plan my life into chapters. She's from Tesano. Josephine Basirica, I think she's joining us from Kenya. Thank you, Josephine, for joining. Wow, thank you for the wonderful work you are doing for this continent. May God bless you. All right, yes, she says it's from Kenya, Nairobi. Josephine, it's late in Kenya by now, maybe at 11 p.m. and you are still staying up and learning. Thank you so much, Josephine, for joining us. And Mami, thank you so much. Back to you. There was one question, there are a few comments. You want to comment on them, and then if you have additional things you want to share, we have a few minutes. So, yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. Thanks for thanking me. I appreciate all the comments. How does focusing on what you do not want move you closer to your goals or achieving your goals? You see, a lot of the times, because we are not careful to define exactly what we don't want, whenever we have achieved seeming results of what we set out to do, we are happy. And we celebrate it too early before we realize that actually, this is not exactly what I wanted. So let me give you an example. When I take organizations or businesses through the values-based culture, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is defining the behaviors of the values. So you don't come and say integrity, accountability, respect, and then we leave it there. No. We define what that means. How do I know that I am living that particular value as an employee, as a manager, as a board member? We define them. Then we define what it does not mean. Why that is important is because I'll give you an example. As part of an organization that had a value of humbleness, that's how they wrote it. They didn't say humility, they didn't say humbleness. And they were very careful in defining what that meant. And one of the things that struck me was that they said humbleness to the organization does not mean being an underdog. It does not mean going to the market with a less advantage. It does not mean standing in front of your manager and just taking anything. Humbleness does not steal away your voice as an individual. So if you define a goal, let's say you want to read, you have told yourself that you want to commit to reading 60 hours for the year. That's your commitment. Reading is reading. You could have been reading pages of Facebook things, write-ups, or posts and comments on LinkedIn. You could be reading anything. But if you define that reading is reading books, and even with books, you're looking to read personal growth books, you're looking to read business books on marketing, business books on technical skills, whatever it is, define it. Now, what you do not want is to spend those hours reading articles that are not going to feed into the goal. So, for instance, you want to read 60 hours for the year. You say, what do I want? I want to read books from, say, John C. Maxwell. I want to read books on personal growth. I want to read books on mentorship, coaching. What I don't want, reading long articles online that do not feed into what I want to do. Spending hours on end reading WhatsApp forwarded messages. So you are very careful, because otherwise we lie to ourselves. Like Sam said, now everybody is pumped up. Yeah, we've heard the nice things, we've seen the slides, it's beautiful, we're going to do that. Until next week, we come and the next topic comes, and the person comes in, we've completely forgotten that we promised ourselves all the things that we were going to do. So one of the things you could even say is that I commit, as part of my personal growth, to get onto the leadership platform every Saturday. Now, what I don't want is to just jump on the calls and go off. No, you want to stay through the presentation and do an action plan. So that's what you want. What you don't want is just be there, nice, oh great, comment, and you go off. So defining that actually makes you more conscious to do that which will feed into achieving and the successful delivery of your goal. I hope I've explained it well. Thank you.
Well, very well. Somebody asked about the books and asking how much.
Okay, so like Sam said, please get in touch with the CTL. You get my contacts. It's actually not a sale of books. It's a program that we are running called the Growth Lounge. So when you get in, as part of your package, you get these books. And I'm just showing you to let you know that when we talk about some of these things, they are not niceties. Sam doesn't get on the leadership platform every Saturday, irrespective of where he is in the world, for the fun of it. He lifts the things that he does. So I wanted you to know that when I'm talking about how you can do these things, they are not just presentations, that we actually do them, and that we have tools to support you to really deliver your goals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mami. And I see Susanna Zana Quatin. The way you write it, I think it's Susanna. This one is
Susanna Hannah. I think it's Hannah.
Hey, this one is another style, Oh, wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. He says, thank you so much, Mommy. God bless you. He says so. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? Okay. So I'm not seeing any more comments, but please, let me just encourage you. Use this simple acronym to pick your takeaways. ACT. ACT. A is, what is it that you are going to apply? The things that Mommy have said this evening, what are you going to apply? Just pick one or two that you are going to apply. C, change. What are you going to change? What behavior that is not enhancing your growth, your planning, that you want to change? What attitude you want to change? And T, teach. Teaching other people expands your influence. So what is it here that you're going to teach? Maybe to your team, to your colleague, to your friend, to whatever. So ACT, apply, change, and teach. What is it that you're going to do? That will help you. And I can tell you this principle of learning applies to everything. If you go to an accident scene, somebody hits his car against someone, immediately, what lesson are you learning from this that you can apply? How are you going to change your driving style? And what are you going to teach your children when they start driving? Everything you want to learn, you can use this to pick the lessons and apply them. And thank you, Mami. Knowing the things you don't want is actually trying to remove the obstacles, because the things you don't want are the things that come as obstacles on the way. So you want to go to Kumasi. But what are the routes that you don't want to take? What are the obstacles? What are the things that you don't want? If you don't define them, you get to Kumasi, you get to Kaswa, and everybody has, not Kaswa, where is it? Lindado, and everybody has parked there and they are eating. And you say, okay, I'm going to Kumasi, but everybody is eating on this road. So you stop there too, and you're eating before you realize it's night and you haven't reached Kumasi. So you'd say you were going to Kumasi, but I'm not going to stop at Lindado and eat with everybody. I'll go straight till I get to Kumasi. So knowing what you don't want is part of the planning process. So in addition to your to-do list, have not to-do list. When they are coming, you know them, you can flag them out. This is on the not to-do list, and they help you. So thank you so much. At this point, I think I'm going to just give Mami the final word to share her final thought, because I don't see any more comments. And so, by the way, Sarah is here joining us all the way from Geneva. Sarah, before Mami says a final word, just in case you have a question for Mami or you want to make a comment quickly so
Thank
that
you.
we can.
Thank you so much, Mami. I've even communicated with Mami what I wanted to say. And I told her, Mami, you don't just make the presentations or give us all the theory, you walk the talk. And in that, you have prepared the tools to really help us put into practice what you are preaching. So I just want to acknowledge you for that. And for all of us, just like we have all shared on the platform, let's put it into practice, whatever we have heard. So thank you, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All the way from Geneva, we thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us every week. All right, Mami, the floor is yours for your final parting words.
Sure. So to everybody that is online, you're going to watch later. I want to share this with you. There is science and there's research backing why you must set goals. You see, if you just think about the fact that you want to do A, B, C, D as your goals, you stand a chance of about 5% success rate. Achieving compliance will be about 5%. If you moved it from your thoughts to writing it down, you write it down and even just hide it somewhere. Don't go back to it. The fact that you just wrote it increases that percentage of success to about 30%. Now, taking that out of the drawer or your computer or your phone, looking at them daily or frequently or regularly, it could be every month, it could be every week, it could be every day, just making sure that you're looking at your plans with the purpose in mind and getting accountability partnership moves your success rate to over 60%. And this has been proven. So I want to encourage you. There's a lot of energy on the internet that is telling you don't set goals because they might not be useful. I want to encourage you that you should set your goals. One, when you think about them, write them down. The Bible talks about writing it down and committing it to prayer. Then when you've written it down, don't just write it down. Find an accountability partner that you are going to be answerable to. It's not a police work. It is only to increase your desire and your self-commitment to work on your goals. So I want to encourage everybody, set your goals, write them down, find accountability partnership. You're more than likely to achieve more than half of what you write by the end of the period you set for yourself. Test us on this. Come back to the CTL's leadership platform and give your testimony. I know that you will find it very, very workable. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much, Mami. Thank you. Write it down. And Jennifer, I see you do. Obri or Pare says yes. Habakkuk 2:2 emphasizes the writing of our goals. It works. Thank you so much. And Hajia Alima says good evening for the year. Good learning for the year. All right. So thank you so much. And everybody who has joined us, we're grateful. We appreciate you for spending your time with us, because we know that you are committed to your growth. Every Saturday, we are committed to bring you lessons that will help you to grow. So go ahead and start setting your goal. Please, God bless you. Tomorrow is Sunday. Let's commit some time also to go and serve God, to worship, and that's part of your growth, your spiritual growth. So, Mami, thank you once again for making the time, and for everybody, my team, Kofi, Vivian, Richard, Mercy, thank you so much for your support. And Sarah, thank you very, very much. God bless everybody. Good night to you all. Bye-bye.
We spend a lot of time developing our professions, but we don't spend time developing ourselves. Look, as a leader, as a professional, you have to grow. You have to grow yourself. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. So we are bringing you this special studies based on John C. Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And we're going to just spend time with you and help you go through the principles that you need to be able to grow your person, to become a better person. Because if you become a better person, you become a better leader, you become a better father, you become a better professional. Do not miss this opportunity, as the masterclass is going to be very practical and discussional. It is going to be a limited number of people. So please register now to be part of the program.